It has now been over a year and a half since 4 University of Idaho students were found murdered in their off-campus home. The crime sparked a police manhunt that eventually led to suspected killer Bryan Kohberger. Investigative reporter Howard Blum spent months reporting on this case and released a new book sharing new details he recovered.
It's called When the Night Comes Falling, a Requiem for the Idaho student murders. Howard Blum joins us this morning. Good morning.
Good morning. Nice to speak with you.
Good to have you with us. Do you have an idea of a motive in this case?
You know, trying to understand a motive in this case is difficult because nothing makes sense. I mean, why would anyone kill 4 people? What I've been able to discover, however, is that he only targeted one of the young women. His intention was just to kill Maddie Moden. When he went into the house, he discovered the other people there, and they became, in effect, collateral damage. That's one of the horrible tragedies of this whole event.
You also say that you discovered that the Kohberger family had a lot of concerns about Bryan Kohberger, including the father who went on this road trip with him.
Yes, the book is structured around the trip that Bryan Kohberger, the suspect, takes with his father from Washington State University all the way across the country to the Poconos in Pennsylvania. And during that time, the father is sitting shoulder to shoulder in a Hyundai Elantra with his son. He knows the police are looking for a white Hyundai Elantra. He knows his son has very difficult psychological problems. He was so concerned, that's why he came out to see his son. And bit by bit, the pieces are starting to fall into place in his mind. And his father is slowly coming to the realization that, oh my gosh, my son might very well be a serial killer or a killer of 4 people. The problem is he can't quite get there. Like any father, he doesn't want to make the leap that his son could actually do something. So it's a very poignant drama that takes place on this cross-country trip. The son tries to explain himself about the problems he's getting into at the university with the faculty there and how his position is in jeopardy. And the father is just listening along and living with this horrible realization that, oh my gosh, my son might very well be involved in this.
Were there missteps in this investigation, and could they impact the trial, if there is one?
At the beginning of the investigation, there was a great deal of conflict between the FBI and the local authorities, the Moscow, Idaho Task Force. And that allowed the investigation to go on longer than necessary. At one point, the FBI is following Kohberger as a person of interest, and they haven't informed the local authorities. Finally, it all comes together at the end, but the major misstep is in the early days of the killing, when blood was literally running out of the side of the house. It was forming rivulets on the foundation. Anyone in the town could see. The local authorities were telling people that, don't worry, this is a targeted attack. You're safe. But the reality was they had no idea who was out there and why he had made these killings, and they were misinforming the people of this town and the students at the University of Idaho, and that's inexcusable.
What is the trial is upcoming, and the defense has released some kind of hints as to what their strategy might be. Can you quickly touch on that?
Yes, the defense has come up with an alibi that's really not much of an alibi. They've waited basically 2 years to finally tell the court, well, our suspect, our client, was out at the time the murders occurred at 4 o'clock in the morning in a wilderness park. His phone was turned off, and he was on a freezing night, cloudy night. He was staring at the stars. It's a very thin alibi, and you would think if the defense really believed in his innocence, they'd be producing witnesses, they'd be using confirming cell phone data, they'd be shouting from the rooftops, get my client out of jail and let's go looking for the right person. But instead, they've been dragging the process on and on and on. There's an old lawyer's wisdom: when you have the facts, you pound the facts. When you don't have the facts, you pound the table. And the defense has just been pounding the table with a rat-a-tat of motions to keep on delaying and delaying this trial. It's now not scheduled until at least a year from today, and it'll probably go on longer.
Wow. All right. Well, the book is When the Night Comes Falling. It's available now. For more, you can visit howardblum.com or follow him on social media. Howard, thanks for being with us.
Appreciate your talking with me. Thank you.
Thank you. Hey.